Chapter 3. More about Access 2013. About the chapter. Queries. Creating query on multiple criteria. Navigating records in a form. Creating a query using query design. Form. In the previous chapter, we discussed how to create table in a database using two different methods and to store or edit data in them. Tables are the fundamental data building blocks of a database. In this chapter, we will learn to create and use other database objects like queries, forms, and reports. Queries. We may not need entire database values all the time. We might need to extract some specific piece of information which satisfies certain conditions. Queries help to display selective records or fields from single or multiple tables related with each other. Access allows different ways to design queries. These are 1. Using query design. 2. Using query wizard. Among these two methods, query design provides more flexibility to define customized queries. So, we will learn this method for generating queries. Creating a query using query design. This is one of the most common way to create queries, which retrieves data from one or more tables to select and display the required information. This is also known as simple select query. Step 1. Open the database. Step 2. Click on Query Design from the Queries group of the Create tab. The query window will appear in the database window with a list of tables in the dialog box. Step 3. Select the table from which the information is to be extracted and click on Add button to show the table is Select Query window. The query window is divided into two panes. The top pane displays the tables selected for the query. The bottom pane displays options to add fields and specify the criteria. It has following options. Field to display the fields from the selected table. Table to display the name of the table. Sort to arrange the data in ascending or descending order. Show displays a check mark which means the field will be visible when the query is run. Criteria to specify the condition on the basis of which the records will be filtered. Or to specify multiple criteria. Step 4. Choose the fields you want from the drop-down list of the field option in the bottom pane of query window. Step 5. Specify the condition in the criteria option. For example, to see only the records of female students from the student detail table type F, under the gender field, click on Run! On the results groups in the Design tab. Step 6. Now, to see the result of the query is displayed in the datasheet view, showing only the specific records satisfying the criteria. Quick fact. You can also sort the resultant query records by selecting Ascending or Descending option in the sort box under the field on which the records are to be arranged. Creating query on multiple criteria. Multiple criteria means a condition satisfying two or more criteria. We can specify the condition in which one of the multiple criteria is true or all the multiple criteria are true. When we type two criteria on the same line, only records where both criteria are met will be displayed when we run the query. This is called AND condition. When we type one criteria on the criteria row and the second criteria on the OR row, the records where either criteria are met will be displayed as output. This is called OR condition. For example, in the student detail table, Step 1. Extract records of male students who belong to class 8A and condition. Step 2. Extract records of male students or students who are in class 8A or condition. To set multiple criteria. Step 1. Start a new query in Design View and add the table in Query window from which the data needs to be extracted. Step 2. Add the required fields to the query grid. Step 3. Click in the Criteria section of the field and enter the required condition and/or or. Step 4. Now, run the query to see the resultant query, which shows only selective records. Creating a query using multiple tables. A common field among the two or more tables help to correlate data values started in these tables. So, if we want to generate a query with its columns selected from different tables, we need to first establish a relationship among these on their common field. For example, look at these two tables. Let us learn how to create relationships among them before creating relationship. Step 1. Click on Relationship in the Relationships group of the Database Tools tab. The Show Table dialog box will appear. Step 2. Select the tables from the Show Table dialog box and add them one by one and close the Show Table dialog box. Step 3. Select the common field from the first table and drag it on the same field in the second table. The Edit Relationships dialog box will appear. Step 4. Select the option Enforce Referential Integrity. Step 5. Click on Create button in it. A line joining the two tables, the common fields will appear. Step 6. Click on Save button in the Quick Access toolbar. Creating queries. Once the relationship is created, we can use these tables to generate queries. For example, let us create a query to extract records of male students who have marks more than 450. Step 1. Start a new query in the Design View and add both the related tables in the Query window. Step 2. Select the fields one by one from both the tables. Step 3. To apply certain criteria. 1. The added field use criteria selection of the respective fields and enter the required conditions. Step 4. Run the query to view the extracted information from the related tables. Forms. Access provides an easy and more organized way to enter data in individual or multiple tables using forms. These are the database objects which help not only to enter the data in tables but also to search or modify the data values stored in the tables. Creating form. Step 1. Select the table or query where form is to be created. Step 2. Click on Form in the Forms group of the Create tab. This will create and open a form in the Layout view. Step 3. Click on View in the Design tab and choose Form View. The form view opens. The form view can be used to feed new records or edit existing ones. Step 4. Save the form. Navigating records in a form. Navigation refers to moving from one record to another. We can use navigation buttons available at the bottom of the form to move from one record to another or to search a specific record entry. Reports. Reports are used to show information from the tables or queries in a printable form. Creating a report. Reports are used to show information from the tables or queries in a printable form. Step 1. Select the table or query from the navigation pane on which the new report is to be created. Step 2. Click on Report in the Reports group of the Create tab. Access generates a report on the selected source and displays it in Layout view. Step 3. To see the printable view of the report, click on View in the Design tab under the Report Layout tools and choose Print Preview option in it. To print the report, click on Print button in the Print Preview tab. Step 4. Save the report. Let's recall. Tables are the fundamental data building blocks of a database. Queries help to display selective records at field from the single or multiple tables related with each other. To generate a query with its columns selected from different tables, we need to first establish a relationship among these on their common field. Forms are the database objects which help not only to enter the data in tables but also to search or modify the data values stored in the tables. Navigation refers to moving from one record to another. Reports are used to show information from the tables or queries in a printable